Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Z. Come wine with me. Today I'm looking crazy because I'm going to attempt to straighten my hair. Going to flat iron my hair. I have only straightened my hair twice in the last 11 years. 11 years. Yeah, you heard that right, 11 years. I pretty much prefer not to put heat to my head. I've been doing it more often recently, especially as my hair's been growing back out. I cut all my hair off in like 2013, I think it was. I don't think it counts as a big chop because I was natural before that, but I just got tired of having a lot of hair, so I just cut it off, and then I wound up growing it back out because even though I really like short hair, I really don't like going to hairdressers or barbershops. I have trauma from that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I remember when I was younger, I would always get comments about how thick my hair was, how difficult it was, and so it just made me not. Oh, and I would always of course get up charges because I had so much hair and it was so difficult and blah blah. And it's just like, and as an adult, okay, I understand, but as a young person, it's just like, that's not fair. Like, I didn't ask to have this hair. Like, why are you punishing me? So that's kind of left over. I really don't like going to hairdressers and barbers and having other people touch my hair, really. And as a result, because when my hair was shorter, I had to more consistently go to keep it short because my hair grows quickly. I just let it grow back out so I could just continue to be my lazy self and just throw it in a bun or ponytail and call it a day. Anyhow, I am going to straighten my hair because I want to cut it, and most of the time I do not straighten my hair in order to snip my ends, but because I had previously lightened my hair, I had highlights. I put a dark color over them, but the blonde had damaged my hair so much that I find myself just cutting, and so when my hair is straightened, I'm able to literally see where the split ends are. It's just easier to see where the split ends are. Whereas typically my normal maintenance for trimming my ends, I just did it in my natural state. But part of the reason why I haven't straightened my hair in 11 years is because I haven't seen a need to, and when I did, is why. Okay, I don't want to confuse anybody. Long story short, we're gonna see how this goes. So my hair looks crazy right now because rather than blow dry it out, I have that Revlon that hair dryer with the brush, the paddle brush, and it does a really good job. But I just honestly, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like doing it. So I just kind of stretched my hair and blow dried the roots as much as I could while holding it stretched, and then kind of just put it around my hair in a kind of bootleg wrap, and put the little clips on it. So here we go. Oh, child is here. So I have type 4 hair according to the only typing system I know of. I know there's some new ones now. If there's another one I should be using, feel free, let me know, and I'll type my hair according to that. But my hair type is type 4 primarily. All of the type 4s, A, B, and C, as well as some 3C on the top. So this is my hair. Here is my flat iron. One of these little flexible brushes to help detangle. The ends are really gangster, really gross, really crunchy. Just they're the ends that need to be cut. And I use this to kind of comb through before I put the flat iron through. I have one of these, and this is supposed to help with chasing. Oh, this is kind of, the brightness level on here is being wonky. Oh, child, you see my little, I need to do something about that mustache, child. Anyway, yeah, so this is for come on, foam, stop. Come on, exposure. All right, for chasing. So what chasing is where you have a piece of hair, you have the comb. It cannot currently go through this strand, but once I use this brush and then chase, afterward I should be able to use it, and then do like that just to help flatten it and straighten it more precisely. And then instance that this is not able to get through my hair, I will use my little rat tail to, help detangle even more, and then try again. And I have some clips to keep the rest of my hair out of the way while I attempt to flat iron. Now I am assuming, I think this will take at least an hour, at least. Gosh, I remember when straightening my hair, I remember in college, it used to take 4 hours. 4 hours between flat ironing and blow drying. It was like 4 hours. Now I think it's down to, like, when I do it myself, maybe 2.5 hours. It takes about 40 minutes to an hour, depending on how wet my hair is. To when I use that paddle brush blow dryer, which I did not use this time, to blow dry my hair, and it gets it, like, lengthens it, helps with lengthening and drying and detangling, and then I can just more easily use the flat iron to go through, and so that's about another hour. But since I did not use the paddle brush this time, I'm gonna say about an hour, but it could easily be a little longer because I will have to do some detangling, because as you can see, while it's stretched, you still see some crinkles in there. You can still see some crinkles, and I'm gonna have to comb through. So yeah. All right, wish me luck, y'all. So I wanted to also add that I will, well, I guess I don't need to add that. You guys don't need to know. That doesn't really matter. Now, this is heating up. See, the light is on. And while that does that, ooh, child, look, it sounds rough. The kitchen. So I'm not really gonna put, I only put on like a leave-in before I stretch, half-ass stretch, blow dried my hair. I just put on a leave-in conditioner, and that's all I have on my hair right now because it still feels a little damp. It's probably not a good thing, but oh well. I'll make it do what it do. All right. Sections. Let's see if this. Ooh. Wish me luck. Still not at its hottest yet. I think it needs one more time to heat up. Not bad, not bad. I get a little closer to the to my scalp. I have a longer mirror on the side of me so that I can better see detail. Processing. That's giving what it's supposed to give, I think. Let's put this up in here. This is too thick a piece. I'm gonna have to cut this in half. To the scalp on that one. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I need to also do more precise sections because I could feel how uneven that section was. I have a piece like starting near in the middle of my head, while the others at the nape of my neck. So yes, I'm gonna have to be precise there. Let's see. It's a little hot greasing. One section, a little small section. All right, we're gonna endeavor to, yeah, this piece is kind of, yeah, that's gonna get redone at some point because it's too high. I've never been one of those people who was great at creating sections. I know how to cornrow, and flat twist and all that, but the hardest part of quote unquote doing hair for me when it comes to certain styles is creating the parts, creating straight parts. Like, I'm not skilled at it at all. So as you see, I'm not even trying. I'm just using my hands to create sections because, well, I'm gonna use this rat tail just to see if I can. Obviously, I can't really see, but yeah, sections were the bane of my existence. I'm trying to cornrow my hair, which I don't do very often, but I am decent at it. It was on my lap. So you guys, today is, guys and gals, today is the day before Thanksgiving. So forgive me for still being in my jammies, but I ain't going nowhere today. We got our turducken. So we got everything that we're gonna be bringing to or taking to the Thanksgiving table tomorrow. So, oh, and cranberries. We usually do a cranberry sauce every year. So we got all the ingredients we need, so we don't have to go to the grocery store or anything. And who am I kidding? Being in my pajamas all day since the pandemonium, it's like de rigueur at this point. Like, it's nothing. It's very normal behavior now. You see how that piece is like, it's like up like that? I want it to be flat. Because let me tell you, when the back pieces are like that, I mean, you know, some people want their hair to have volume. I don't have that problem. Like, voluminous hair is the nature of my hair. So when I'm doing a style like this, I actually want it to be flat. That's the whole point. Flat's ironing my hair. So it's kind of annoying that it's not. Trying to cooperate. I have to be careful because I have let me go ahead and put this in here. So what I did is I did my hair into 2 primary sections. As you can see, just split it down the middle. As you can see, also not a straight line because as I told you, I suck at parting my hair, so I am not that great at creating parts. Yeah, I've watched some beauty YouTubers, and they just like take out their rat tail combs and create a beautiful, perfect part the first time, and I'm like, I wish I had that skill. I mean, the rat tail comb should really do all the work for you, but I still cannot get straight parts even using rat tail comb. It's bane of my existence, but whatever. Yeah, this part's still a little, when I get toward the middle of my hair, still a little bit of dampness there, but this is where we are. This is what we're working with now. I see a lot of naturalistas usually do their hair in 4 sections. And I used to try to do that, and I honestly found that was just more work. So I usually do it in 2 main sections and take it from there. The outcome is, I think, similar, just less work because I spent so much time. I told you how terrible I am at parting my hair already, so I spent so much time trying to get like decent parts, and not necessarily knowing I didn't have to be straight because it's just me doing it. I'm not going anywhere. But still, I just felt like I spent so much time just trying to get 4 sections of all this damn hair that I just found it difficult for me. So I do 2 sections and take it from there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this one in half. It's too thick a section. Put this in 2 parts. Now they're too thin. So what you can't see in this is that the difficulty was actually like, because it was so wide, trying to get to that root. That was the hard part there. Alright, this exposure here is not doing me any favors. Come on. Ooh. Cool. Alright, I got pretty straight. We're coming up on the hard part, which is the middle of my hair. To get to the middle, it just gets very difficult. It's really difficult. It's a stretch, but the middle of my hair is about 4A, 4B, and its density is tightly packed. So it just gets more work, and it's hard to see. It's hard for me to see what's going on, see what I'm doing. So it just kind of gets to be a little cumbersome once I get to the middle of my hair. There. Alright, so this section and this section is going to be divided into 2 pieces once. Thick hair problems, child. Alright, so this section I'm going to go with. I also have my a white tooth comb. I have 2 white tooth combs. This one I brought out just in case I need it. I really haven't been using it. I've just been using this little flexi brush here. I really like it. I've gone through so many different types of brushes over the years to see what helps with detangling my hair. When I detangle my hair in the shower, I primarily use a white tooth comb over this. I think I've just gotten used to doing that over the years. I used to use a paddle brush. Still have a paddle brush. I got rid of one of the ones I have. I actually wish I would have kept it because I just wasn't using it, and now like I would use it, but that's how it always is, isn't it? Like you're like, I'm not using it. It's just sitting here taking up space. I'm gonna get rid of it, and then you figure out like a use for it. It's like too late. Don't have it now. So I'm splitting this into 2. Might be difficult for you to see as well. Put a little piece to the side. Oh hell. Let me go get another clip. Come on. Put it in that clip. I got plenty of clips. I don't know why I only brought 2. That was foolish. Honestly, I have. Alright. Oh my gosh. I feel like this might be too thick too, but we're gonna see what we can do. I'm actually wondering if I should just I start to snag once I get around here. So I'm wondering if I should. Once it's straight, I'll be able to kind of see where the splits are and whatnot. So I was like, should I do a drastic cut or just? You can hear that. That doesn't sound bad. It doesn't hurt. I never had the luxury of being tender-headed because just never had that luxury. I'm gonna take a little bit more off of this. I think this is still too thick a piece. Put it under there. see how I'm struggling? You see how I'm struggling? You see it. I am struggling. Let me see. She has one more again. Let's try this other middle piece. It's also really thick. Do you hear that? To get to the ends, it's now. I know that I'm supposed to start at the ends, but you know, I just have so much hair that, you know, if I rip out some more hair than I otherwise would have if I had brushed my hair correctly, it doesn't really matter. Got plenty more where that came from, but don't suggest you do that. I always come across older women who are like, when you get older, your hair starts to thin and you are going to miss having a full thick head of hair. You know, to be quite honest with you, I hear their point, but I don't think they ever had this much hair to start with. So I don't think I'll miss it. Honestly, I don't think I'll miss it. Now, you want to try to do it so you only do one pass, but I'm doing multiple passes because this is a thick piece, and as you can see, that little comb just gave up trying to go through it halfway through. So, try to go back to detangle. Yeah, I need to go a little slower because I can't. Me trying to do a fast pass through a thicker piece is not getting the job done. So yeah, I think I see where I'm gonna have to cut at least maybe 2 inches of this my hair off because I start really having difficulty getting the comb all the way through once I get down here. So you can get a sense of how my hair is right now. Kind of blue blanks. And I don't know if you can see. You see how it's a little ragged. It's a little raggedy. Yeah. I might have to cut this about this much. Even though I did a darker color over the highlights. You know what I should have done? What's wound up happening is basically I've been cutting out the color slowly. I should have just chopped it all off, honestly. I should have just chopped it all off. I think what I had in mind is I thought that I'd be able to save my hair, just, you know, by clipping what I thought was the majority of the damage off. I thought I would be able to, you know, I thought that would be good enough and just kind of take care of the rest of my hair, but I underestimated just how badly damaged like those blonde sections wanted to be. It kept inching up. It just kept inching up the shaft of my hair. So no matter how much I cut it, it seemed to get most of it off. When I look back down, it's like, dang, there's just more damage that seems to just creep up the shaft. So yeah, that's been the problem. Like I'm essentially just cutting out all that previous color, even though I colored over it thinking that maybe that would help. But didn't. We are getting to my favorite part. We're mostly past. Well, still this piece, but we're getting toward the front, and the front, of course, is easiest because you can see it. You can see it more easily, more readily, and it's less dense. The hair is less dense, so like, take this section into two. Get that out of the way. I don't know if you can hear that. You saw that resistance there, right? You saw that resistance when I got to that middle. Yeah. Once again, meeting more resistance once I get to the end, which tells me that it's probably where I'm gonna need to cut. Yeah. And again, my hair is about at my boobs. In the back, it's about shoulder blade length. I don't think I'm gonna show me cutting my hair. I might, we'll see. You can see how short it winds up being because it's pretty much the story of my life. I definitely have a growth plateau on account of anytime it grows, I wind up cutting it. So it doesn't really matter. Because I don't think my hair has ever been past mid-back. It's fine, it's just less work. Less work. Sure, one pass. I definitely have not been, let me see if I can start closer to the root there. This hasn't been as efficient. Oh. Yeah, because, you know, last time I straightened my hair, it's a lot more efficient because I could just go in with this and go right through because I used the paddle blow dryer, which did most of the work of detangling. Allow me to just use this. See, you see that? When I meet that resistance right down there every single time. Every single time. So that tells me that is likely where I will need to cut. I really shouldn't do multiple passes. I know that, but just damaging the hair more. But you know, when you see a bulge somewhere, it's hard not to go over it to make it flatten. Show some patience, maybe able to do it. All right, folks. Whew. We are at the front, which should be lots easier. Emphasis on should. I mean, it will. I'm actually gonna clip this so pieces that are already done will stay out of the way. Try this again. Hardly any resistance. Lovely. Close to the crown there. Note to self: don't put your hand on the piece you just went over with a hot iron. Because it burns. It's hot. Right. That piece right back down. And we are going to keep going. Now there are going to be some pieces that I'm going to have to, you know, as I go along this line, I'm gonna have to split them into multiple pieces, more easily digestible pieces, but that's okay. Because it's easy to see, at least, you know? Like I said, it's less dense. So it's all just I don't know if it's less dense because it's where? I'll put it somewhere in my head. I'm gonna go get another clip. Ooh. Every time, and that's probably about where that previous color. So last time I had my hair color was back in 2019, obviously before the Panda Express, and didn't go anywhere in 2020. Didn't go to the hairdresser. Didn't go. I don't even know if I went to the doctor. I don't think I even went to the doctor to get a physical. I said, bump that. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys and gals. I'm gonna get out of the habit of saying guys. I know it's standard, but it never resonated with me. It never resonated with me. Anyway. Back in 2019, the end of 2019, went to the doctor. Regular physical, and to have my flu shot. The very next day, I got sick. I'm not joking. Very next day. And at the time, I was like, there really must be something to this, to, when people say that the flu shot gives them the flu. Because what did I do with that other section of hair? I thought I had 2 sections out. I guess not. The very next day, that evening, I was to go to a birthday party. And I went to a play, and then I was supposed to go meet up with some folks for a birthday party. During, parked in the parking lot for the play that evening. Again, next day, my nose starts running. And all throughout the play, I noticed, my nose is running. Thankfully I had some tissue on me, because I usually try to keep tissue on it. And I was like, if I'm coming down with something, I don't want to go to a party and potentially get other people sick. So I go home, nose is running, and for all intents and purposes, I felt fine. It's just I just had this consistently runny nose. And then I think if I don't, I think I developed a cough as well. And it was like the constant coughing and stuff that and the constantly blowing my nose and stuff like that. It was just, I think it was that made me feel bad. As opposed to I don't remember having any muscle aches. I don't remember having a fever. It was just constantly running nose and coughing. And so took off work as the week came along. So I didn't want to get anyone sick. And I remember I wound up taking more than a couple days off. I remember one of my coworkers contacting me, being like, I've been out, can you keep me abreast of what's going on? And I remember telling her, girl, I'm out sick too. Sorry, can't help. And so when I think back on that, and there was something going around in the workplace to the point where there were signs being put up to remind people to wash their hands and, just kind of practice good hygiene. Anyhow, I say that to say that I think it's very possible that I had the Rona back in 2019 before everyone knew there was a Rona to be had. Yeah. And I think it's likely that I picked up the Rona at the hospital. So the double whammy of having gotten a flu vaccine, and in addition to being at a hospital, just kind of being in that environment. Because my understanding of the flu vaccine is that it is effective, blah, blah, fine. But I think it gives you a little bit of the virus so that your body can learn how to create the antibodies for it. So sometimes people might get very late symptoms or something like that. I don't know if that was the old formula, and that's, I don't know if that's still a facet of the current vaccine model, but I think that is the case. Long story short, had not had my hair done since 2019 on that account. And then 2020 hits and everything closes down, and everyone's nervous. I don't know what this thing is. Folks are passing away. I have experienced some loss, a few losses. So I know that there are conspiracy theorists out there say it's not a thing. Okay, well, guess you're lucky enough to have not been directly affected by it, but it's a thing. I don't care what you say. But yeah. So back to the hair point. Because I, reflected on that happening back in 2019, I had been very reluctant to go anywhere, to go to the doctor, go to the dentist in 2020. So my hair was not necessarily being cared for. I just did what I typically do. It's not much of nothing. And You know, when I go to the hairdresser to get my color done, I usually go like every 3 months or so. You know, get a deep condition and stuff like that, because you definitely have to like get those conditioning treatments when you have color, especially when it's a harsh color like blonde. It's one of the worst for the hair, strips your hair the most. And like I said, I had those highlights, and I would usually do a double color. I would do a slight lifting of all my hair, and then the blonde highlights. So it's just really harsh. So yeah, that really was doing a number, like having not gone to the hairdresser in order to, you know, kind of have that maintenance. Really did a number on my hair. And even, oh, you hear that? I don't know if, Jesus, this camera can pick up on that. I'm like at the very end and can't get this through. It's crazy. Jesus. Been reluctant to go even this year. Not so much out of fear of Rona or anything, but just, you know, it's like I'm home, ain't nobody gonna really see me, so I'm not out here dipping and doing it. So I'm working from home, so it's not really much reason to. So yeah, you know, y'all, I should have put on a timer because I did not take precise note of when I started doing this. So I wanted to time it, but I know it's probably taking longer than I typically. There's no typicals. I don't typically straighten my hair, but than I did last time because, like I said, kind of having to constantly go over. Oh, so I don't know if you can tell, but I told you I got, oh fuck, frick, right there. You see? That's where I hit resistance. Jesus. Yeah, this is gonna be a big cut. I'm really gonna have to cut the shit out of this. And that's just what it is. You can enjoy the, I got a little hang time, but it's not gonna remain. I'm gonna have to, and that's what I had to do last time too. I mean, I figured, oh, well, cut a lot off this time, then, you know, that should aid in the health of my hair, and that way, you know, I'll just start, you know, being more mindful of making sure I keep the ends moisturized and blah blah blah. Yeah, it didn't help. I bought this leave-in that I don't typically use to because it had good reviews, and I wanted to see if it would help. It's not for me. It's not for my hair. I put it in, like I told you, I put it in for after I wash my hair, but I probably won't purchase that one again because I don't know. It's not for my hair. And that's, you know, not everything's gonna work out. It doesn't mean that the product is faulty. I'm not gonna hate on it. I just recognize it's just not for my hair. I think what I hoped is that it would, you know, moisturize. But it just seemed to like sit on top of my hair, and I do have low porosity hair, so that can be an issue. But I'll put it on like right after getting out of the shower for that very reason, in hopes that my hair will be more susceptible to that sort of thing. Y'all, I'll take a little tea break. Some green tea, ginger, a little bit of honey. I use fresh ginger. Like, I chopped up ginger and put it in the, I have this little tea strainer thing from Tirana. Let it sit in there. I'll probably, maybe I'll insert a picture of the apparatus I have. Let the hot water and the ginger, you know, marinate, do its thing, and add it to the green tea that's in my cup. I did like, I could usually put a tea bag of green tea in with the ginger, but I had been using that ginger over and over because it was still potent, so I'd use it a couple of days. But the last time, I just had my tea bag in the actual cup instead of putting it in with the ginger, and had the ginger water and just, you know, pour the ginger water in with the green tea. It's really good. It's really good. And I think, like, have you ever bought like the green tea, ginger tea, like together as a, it's already packaged that way? It does not taste the same. It doesn't taste the same. Like that right there. I just feel like antioxidants are doing their thing inside. I just feel the health, Anyway, back to this hair. All right. Well, almost done with this side, y'all. Almost done with this side. Getting excited. Do I have this thing upside down? I sure do. That's okay. So I should also note that this part of my hair is a different texture. So it straightens more easily, more readily. This particular part I'm getting to. I didn't have to do a second pass on that. I don't know why I did. So yeah, this part of my hair is where we get into like the more like 3C range. The crown of my hair is 4C, and then 4B and C, and then up here it's like 3C. So it just this part of my hair straightens more readily, whereas other parts of my hair they're not as easy to straighten. But then conversely, when it comes to the detangling, that this portion of my hair gives me more trouble than let me think, is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, this portion of my hair gives me more trouble with detangling when my hair is wet than other portions of my hair. So it's like it's always something. Like different parts of my hair have their pluses and minuses, and I would much prefer that it was more my hair was more uniform, so that I could just, like, even products, like there's some products that work well on some parts of my hair, not on others. And yeah, I don't have the patience for it. Like, I get a lot of compliments on my hair, and I think I would appreciate it, if it was on somebody else's head, but I wasn't the right person to get this hair. Like, I just don't have the patience to really rock it out in the way that I see some folks do. My hair mostly remains in its natural state in a ponytail, because ain't nobody got time for that, okay? Or out. I'll wear it out too, but I think primarily I'll just slap it in a ponytail. Or an updo ponytail, when you just kind of tie it in. You've seen it. Just tie it up and call it a day. Either up top of my head or behind. I'm taking it back from when I used to get my hair hot combed. And a hot comb come off the stove. I'd rather use old hair to kind of, every time it does snag. To make sure the comb wasn't too hot, so let some of that heat transfer into something else first before you put it on your actual hair, so it doesn't burn your hair. Let's see if this will go through. Okay, toast it. See, I think you can literally see the ragged. The raggedy. You can see the raggedy with your own eyes. Let me see if I can get a better exposure here. I was not supposed to go over that many times. Ooh, child. No, it doesn't smell burnt, okay. You see that little bend right there? I don't like that. Get out. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm finally done with half of my hair. That was just half. What time is it? That was an hour. Half my hair was an hour. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Okay, well. Hopefully the other half of my hair won't take as long, because now that I've, kind of gotten into the groove with this, maybe I'll be able to be a little quicker, but this is what I'm working with. Pretty decent job. Pretty decent. Why is that so bright? Oh, this exposure. So, versus, oh, I need to do one last piece. Just playing. Almost done with half my hair. Just. Yep. That one little lonesome piece. That lonesome piece. All right, so. This to this, baby, shrinkage is real, so real. So this is my hair stretched. This is my hair stretched. This is my hair straightened. So imagine what it is, and I think I have a picture on here. A video on here of my hair out in its natural state without being stretched, straightened. When it's in this natural state, it's probably like this, where my hands are, like shoulder length. Not even shoulder length, probably like this long. Oh yeah. Afro hair is very, very interesting. Very versatile. Fun. Alright, on to the second half. Still working my way through the second side. It is going a bit quicker, but getting to that middle section, y'all. The hair is more densely packed, and it's, my head is wider, so I have more hair there. And the texture, the curls are more like coils, so when in its natural state, I can really get my curls in that section to pop, which is a good thing. But I'm trying to straighten this section. It's just a little more difficult because, curls are curls. They don't necessarily want to be straight. So it takes a little more work. And as you can see, it's coming toward the evening. The sun is beginning to go down, so well, I'm gonna try to hurry up and finish this because I prefer to use natural lights for this video as opposed to have a window on this side and above me. But it's starting to get a little dark. Jeez Louise. You all hear that? So listen, after, it better not rain tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Better not rain. After all this, I'll be highly upset. Because I don't know if I'm going to cut my hair tonight. I don't think I'll feel like it. I'm going to cut it tomorrow. This took longer than I anticipated. This is taking longer than anticipated because, like I said, I was being lazy and didn't want to properly blow dry my hair first before doing this. This when my hair gets to a certain length, it's just, it's more difficult to manage. So I'll be cutting a good portion up, probably about 3 inches, because it's raunchy towards the ends. Ooh. Bulge at the bottom. Straighten that out. Also, my hair wasn't, it was stretched, but it wasn't even all the way dry. And I washed my hair yesterday. I usually let my hair air dry, but I didn't. I wasn't supposed to take out this big section. I usually let my hair air dry, but since I was doing this, I was like, I know I need to stretch it at some, at least have it stretched if I'm not gonna. Because if it was in its normal, natural state, it would be a lot more. But it already is. So I'm trying to brush through. And up here, you're getting a lot of resistance because, as I said, hair's thick, and this is curlier part of my hair. So it's to help smooth it out before I go through with that hot iron. Okay. I'm gonna section this into two. Y'all, I watched the AMAs last night, and I actually really enjoyed it. I don't typically watch award shows anymore. I remember growing up, I used to always, every award show was all the rage. Grammys, Tonys, the video and TV awards, the BET awards, all those award shows. Now just, what is it folks in the UK say, can't be arsed. Can't be arsed. Yeah, I usually don't give a rat's behind, but I don't know, last night I just happened to see it. I watched the replay, of course, and Cardi B was the host. I thought she did a good job. She's fun, she's fun. She had some outfits on that I liked and some that I didn't. She had a couple of outfits that she wore multiple segments and some that she only wore for one segment. There was this one dress she wore, and if I can find it online, I will pip it in here, but it was this purple velvet gown with like a little, it looked like a crystal chandelier, those little dangly crystals that are on some chandeliers, like quintessential chandelier look. It kind of had that on the top part of the dress. I thought that was so beautiful, and I was so sad that she only wore it for one segment of the show, because I used to have a shirt that was purple velvet and felt like a little mock turtle. And of course, almost every year, with the exception of, I don't remember if I did last year, but what I typically do at the beginning of every year is give clothes to Goodwill. Not just clothes, but just do some holiday cleaning to try to reduce the amount of crap that I have, because I'm an American, I'm a consumer, and as much as I try to break myself of the habit, and I've done a good job of lessening the amount of at least clothing that I purchase. I've done a good job of that over the years, but I still seem to have too much. Still seem to have too much, or too many? Too much or too many? Too many clothes. Yes, too many clothes and too much stuff in general. So I usually wind up giving a bag or two or three away to Goodwill almost every year, since I didn't really go that much last year. I don't remember if I did. I do remember having bags of stuff though that I put to the side for. So I do think I wound up taking it. I just didn't take it at the time I typically do. I typically take stuff in the beginning of the year, and I think instead I wound up taking stuff at the end of that year. So at the beginning. Anyway, so I have to say that I wound up giving that shirt to Goodwill because I wasn't really wearing it. And then, of course, I wind up coming across the time that I would have actually worn that shirt and like kicking myself for getting rid of it. And so that purple dress reminded me of that shirt, and I was just like, oh, it looks so good. I have to go back to that. They probably have long gotten rid of it, but or sold it. See if I can find that thing again. But anyway, I enjoyed the show in general. They had performances by, probably won't be able to remember all of them off the top of my head, but they had performances by Silk Sonic and Bruno Mars, BTS. BTS and somebody else, I don't know. And but the one that stuck out to me. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this BTS thing. Why are they so big? I don't understand. I hated their outfit. You know what? I don't. Maybe I'm just too old. I guess I'm just too old because I was just like, I don't understand I don't get the whole. I don't understand. Or not why they're so big so much as I just don't. Based on what they were singing and the artistry, I wasn't mega impressed. Anyway, I should be careful because I know BTS Army, they go hard. So, if you have a difference of opinion, that's illegal in this day and age. But yeah, I didn't get it. They won like 3 awards, at least 3 televised awards. They might have won more that weren't televised, and I was like, yeah. But maybe I need to listen to more of their music too, in the aggregate, to kind of get a sense of why and what's so appealing about them, because I don't get the appeal. Anyway, back to why I even started talking about this. The performance by New Edition, they marketed it as like a battle of Boston, and it was between New Edition and New Kids on the Block. And it was such a walk down, like, I don't say memory lane, but nostalgic. It was kind of, it was so cute. I thought it was so cute. I was like, New Kids on the Block, what? They old kids on the block now. It was like folks' daddies. They likely are folks' daddies. And whereas New Edition, they folks' granddaddies, maybe even great granddaddies. But it was so cute. It was fun, and they did a good job. And apparently they're going on tour. And I don't know if I'll go see. Maybe I would. I don't know. But I just remember loving New Kids on. I like New Edition too. But I think by the time I was a kid, New Edition they were solidly adults and kind of on the R&B thing. And I think they were split. Like you had like Belle Biv DeVoe, and like Johnny Gill went out on his own. Bobby Brown was on his own. Yeah. They were, their music was still, relevant, but I considered it more in my parents' era. But I still listen to, you listen to what your parents listen to, so I still listen to them. But New Kids on the Block was definitely like when I was coming up, the thing. They were them boys, and it was just so cute. I was like, oh my gosh, it was such a cute thing to see, and they gave a good performance, and even some of the songs, I was like, oh my god, I haven't heard that song in like decades. I really appreciated that, and I thought that they did a great job with the production of that particular award show. Some of the award shows more recently have been a little too heavy on the, like sexuality and just overt sexuality and just being raunchy and stuff. And I didn't get that from this award show, and I appreciated that. There's nothing wrong with looking sexy, but constant lyrics about, just raunchiness. It's just, women crawling all over the floor and stuff. It's not necessary. Chloe gave a performance that was a little, a little more suggestive with booty shaking and stuff, but it wasn't too over the top. She gave a good performance, and I will be excited. She got a little body on her, and that's nice, and she's appreciating it and showing it off now. But I very much feel like she's given us baby Beyonce. And she's a talented young woman, and I can't wait to see her come into her own and really give us Chloe. Because right now I feel like she's a shadow of. We know that she's Beyonce's protege, but she's giving me too much. She's giving me more baby Beyonce for the 2021 rather than Chloe. And I want to see more Chloe. I want to see her come into her own style and her own sound. She's that girl. She really is. She's that girl. She can sing, dance, and I think produce as well. I'll have to look it up to be sure, but I think she also can produce. So, yeah, I'd like to see her kind of evolve beyond just the scantily clad antics. There's nothing wrong with being sexy. Nothing wrong at all, but I don't want her to put herself in a box, because there's a lot more to her. Anyway, we are continuing to work through this middle section here. Continuing to work through this section. Y'all, I literally went over this one piece with this brush, rat tail comb, and I don't know what to call this. I don't know what the proper name for this would be, but this little shading comb. I still got stuck in the same area. Still got stuck. It just, I cannot win. It's so crazy. I was telling one of my aunts that I might cut all my hair off again. I plan to do it once I hit a certain birthday milestone. I plan to do it again, but I was telling her I might not be able to make it. I might have to do it before then because I'm getting sick of this. And she basically was like, I forgot how she put it, but I'm gonna put it in layman's terms. She was like, she said she didn't feel my short haircut did anything for me. Basically, no girl, don't do that. You look funny looking. It's not you. That don't work for you. I was like, thanks, auntie. I appreciate you. Maybe that's your opinion, but thanks. I just thought that was so funny because I was like, oh, I cut my hair off, and she was just like, I didn't really like your hair like that. I didn't think it did anything for you. I was like, I enjoyed it while it lasted. But as I said, I stopped doing it because I just had to go get it cut too often. I ain't like that. But what I can do is figure out how to cut it myself, so that would be less of an issue. Going elsewhere to have it cut would be less annoying if I learn how to do it myself. I don't think it'd be too difficult. I have a pair of clippers. And last time I cut my hair, I was practicing on my hair. So I have some idea how to do it. I wasn't very good, of course, but I was on that path of trying to learn how to do it myself, so that I did not feel a need to go have it done and have somebody else touching my hair. But yeah, I definitely didn't perfect it. And, just wound up growing my hair back out. I'm smiling because this last 2 inches of my hair is undefeated. Every section, almost every section that I'm trying to fix this exposure for y'all. I need to get better at filming, but that's why I'm doing this, to practice and get used to filming. But anyway, where did the exposure go? Come on now. You don't want to work with me? Anyway. It's so stupid. Anyway, just wanted to show you that I getting stuck. Same area. No matter how many times I go through it before using this with this, which is the teeth are about the same overlay, they're about the same distance. In fact, this might be closer than this one. Anyway, I go through it with this first, and I still get stuck. Still get stuck when I use this. Life's so hard. It's crazy. And I wound up going over that piece again, which is so bad for my hair. So bad. time I wash my hair, I'm gonna do a deep conditioning treatment because I know that doing multiple passes with the flat iron is not what's up. It's not what's hot in these streets. It's very, very not good. It's also pretty unnecessary, but I wind up doing it because I get stuck at the section and have to do another pass, and I wind up just out of, I don't know, I just wind up doing the whole strand because it just feels right. Okay, now my favorite part, which is the front. It's easier, and it signifies that I am almost done. Almost done, honey. I'm also starting to cut corners. This is a completely fried piece of hair. Yeah, right around here. So one thing about different portions of my hair, some of them are more robust, and some are some are finer. So some of the finer sections of my hair are more prone to breakage and heat damage than other parts of my hair. So I do need to be more careful about doing multiple passes, because I really don't have to do multiple passes in this portion of my hair. But it keeps happening that I get to a certain section, get stuck, and so I wind up passing over it again because I need to stop doing it. So annoying. Get the nape. We are finally coming toward the end of this endeavor. Got like 3 pieces left. I like to go over the nape, get as close to the scalp as possible. Second to last section. Second to last. I'll reward myself by making some more ginger green tea, baby. Let's see. See if we can get through. Oh, we're gonna get through the whole. Oh, yes, baby. Success. I only need 1 pass. Got through it the first time. Should I do another pass at the root? What do you think? Yeah, I probably should. I see a little crinkle there. Let me try to get. It's just the root. Just. last section. Ooh. What time is it? Yeah, this was still way too much time to do this. It was oh. The side was also about an hour. Oh, it's actually belongs on the side, but doesn't really matter. It's actually because I didn't actually keep a precise time. It's over 2 hours. I just don't know like precisely how far over because I didn't keep a precise time. Okay, I'm gonna do another root pass. I don't really know if I need another root pass. What do you think? No, I don't need another root pass. I'm gonna do another pass down here though. You see how scraggly that is? I mean, it's still gonna be scraggly even if I go over it, but just makes me feel better. Make me feel like at least I tried. Do the nape again, just to. And we're all done. So I'm gonna get up right quick so you can see where we are with this. And then when I cut my hair, you'll get to see how much I wound up cutting, because it's evident that quite a lot of this needs to be cut. So this is actually the middle of my back. Some parts of my hair, because of pretty much cut in layers, whatever. So some pieces are mid-back, some pieces are about shoulder blade, and some pieces are like boot length. So, and also some parts of my hair grows faster than other parts of my hair. Notice that. That's always my case, especially like right around here, this section. I don't know why that is, but that's what it is. Well, thanks for joining me, and I don't know if this has been helpful in any way. I guess the lesson you can take from this is to go ahead and blow dry your hair first before before endeavoring to hit it with a hot flat iron, because it will save you a lot of time. Like I said, it typically takes me, when I use my paddle brush flat blow dryer, about 40 minutes to an hour, depending on how wet my hair is. If I like, I use a t-shirt dry it. It's about 40 minutes. If I don't do that, then it takes about an hour for me to blow dry my hair. And then last time I flat ironed my hair, it was only an hour. This has been over 2 hours. Just don't know how much over 2 hours, but it's been over 2 hours. So yeah, I could have saved time if I had just blow dried it. But anyway, oh, and also I didn't use a whole lot of product, so got pretty straight without me. I do have thermal heat protectants and stuff like that, but I decided not to use it because I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm convinced it even works. I don't know. But what I'm gonna do is I'll do it now. I'll be right back. I'll do it. Hey y'all, so I walked out the door and I'm like, smells like Christmas. There's some cranberry sauce being made on the stove, and you smell that cinnamon and the spices. It smells so good. It smells so good. Anyway, I made cookies yesterday, so since I smelled that smell, it led me to the kitchen. And in the kitchen there's food. So here are cookies I made yesterday. I took just half of a cookie, half of it because I'm just trying to be good, because eat so many of them. Yesterday I like ate 4 of them, and I'm like, I made them this big so that I would be encouraged to only eat one, because you know it was big, so I just figured it would be like satisfying just to have one. But I still wanted to go through 4 yesterday. So today, earlier today I did 1 in half and ate that the other half. So I just followed the DoubleTree. Have you ever been to a DoubleTree? They have those like oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. So good. They're so good. So they have that recipe online, and so I followed it, and this is what I did. I used what I had in my cupboard, and so I didn't have chocolate chips. Well, I didn't have enough chocolate chips. So what I did have was some Ghirardelli chips, and okay, I did have enough chocolate chips, but I didn't have them in the typical teardrop form. So the Ghirardelli ones are more like they're shaped like a disc, and so you know, basically what I'm trying to get at is if the chocolate looks a little different, it's fine. It's still chocolate. It's just not chocolate chips. I mean, I guess they're chips, but they're a different shape. But they're still delicious. So good. But what I wanted to show you what I'm gonna put on my hair. I'm gonna put this on my hair. Moisture Miracle Intense Hydration Oil. And hopefully that helps with, like, you know, smoothing roughness down a little bit. And then I'm just gonna wrap it. Just wrap it and then call it a day. And then tomorrow I'll cut it, because I'm tired. This is all I got to make for today. But thank you for joining me, and thanks for listening to me whine and coming to whine with me. If you have any tips for how I can do this differently, more efficiently, get better results, you know, let me know what you do, or what you think that would work for my hair, because, you know, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Thank you for joining me. Until next time. Bye. So I am giving you an update on my hair. Basically, I have chopped off a good portion of the ends. So I just wanted to let you see. Now, you know, I'm not a professional hairstylist, but and also what happens, because I wear my hair natural most of the time, which means in its natural state means curly, kinky, I am going to wind up cutting it again for shape purposes once my hair reverts, once I wash my hair and it reverts. So I'm just gonna brush. I should have worn a light colored shirt. That would have made more sense, so that you could. And so I'm not gonna lie, this side of my hair, this side was giving me trouble, and I think that this side probably has some damage. And that might be why, because I was cutting it and cutting it. I was just like, this, it's just, you know, it's not looking the same as this side. This side looks just healthier. But this side was kind of, you know how it looks when it's kind of like puffy, and nothing I could do would smooth it, which to me indicates damage, maybe from the heat, in addition to kind of just general. Alright, so I don't need to mess with this exposure. Alright, here we are. It's choppy. But yeah, now it's like above the boob length. Alright, let me show you back. Ooh, that did not sound good. Okay. See, puffy, but this side smooth. So yeah. Let's see, it's kind of down here now, whereas before I think it was like mid back. So now it's like, I guess, bra strap length or something like that. So yeah, I mean, I cut a significant amount off, and I was mindful of ensuring that I cut what I could see was bad. You know, I could see the ends were particularly raggedy, I call it, but you know, split. Wherever I saw, I was cutting, and then I would like go through to see if I felt any resistance. And wherever I felt resistance, I would cut above that. So that's how I was doing it. When you saw in the previous, come on, exposure, come on. In the previous, don't be too concerned about what these little pieces, because don't be too concerned. Like I said, when my hair reverts, it's all right. I kind of cut my hair in a certain way, like with that in mind. Because as I've told you before, I have different sections of my hair that behave differently. And so, yeah, mindful of that. Anyhow, point I was making before was that when I was straightening my hair previously, when you saw me straighten my hair, and I would hit that resistance, I did the same when I was cutting my hair. I would go through with this rat tail, and when I started hitting resistance, cut above it. So if I started hitting resistance, see, like it can just, oh. What's that? Okay. That was my method. It was the resistance method. That's what I'm gonna call it. If I hit resistance, that's where it had to go. That's where it got cut. So yeah, that's where we are. And I guess I will do. I'm not necessarily too concerned about length. I just kind of did that as a marker. But I just wanted to do something different. As I said, this is the second or third time cutting my hair, and straightening my hair in like 10, 11 years. And it just, I straightened. Part of the why I straightened it this time is because my ends were just so bad. My ends were just so bad that I couldn't. I cut my hair maybe like 2 months before, and before that it was like something similar. I thought I was like cutting very generously to try to get as much of the split ends out. And then I was just realizing that what must be the issue was the color, because like I said in my previous video, 2019 was the last time I had gone to the hairdresser, and I would get my hair colored like maybe every 3 months or so. But I wasn't, in 2020 when things shut down, I wasn't going anywhere. I didn't go to the dentist, honey. I didn't go to the hairdresser. Listen, I was home, okay? And people were calling me mask extraordinaire because if I came out, I had my little mask on, and that, the little visor that covers the face as well. So, you can make fun of me if you want to, but I was serious about mine, okay? And so I think, just having those blonde highlights and not having like the normal maintenance really did my hair, like, just threw it for a loop. And so I still have that color in my hair. I've just been kind of cutting out slowly, but I put a dark color over it because I don't know, I thought it would help. I don't know. And also I didn't want to put more blonde in my hair. I didn't want to, with the state of my hair not being as healthiest, I didn't want to lighten it. Even putting brown in my hair lightens it slightly because my hair is like an off black. It's like between black and brown, it's like one of those dingy colors that's like not wholly black, but it's like you can't look at it normally and tell it's brown unless you're in sunlight. So I tried to get it to be just a dark brown, but it didn't quite come out the way I wanted it to. So next time I'll try to go a shade lighter, because I wanted it to be a dark brown that you could tell is actually dark brown by looking at it in normal light, so in indoor light. So that's where we are. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming to Whine with me, and until next time.